The third dream comes from part 2, section 4, letter C, and its call name is S41CLD. In the month of April 18th, 2009, I dreamt that I walked with a group of Asian people behind me, and we all walked towards the clock tower, where once again I ran into a black woman who resembled my mother. Here is the third proof of evidence for section 9, letter C, and the first sign for S41CLD, coming fulfillment, which was presented to me in the month of November 30th, 2009, when I sat inside a McDonald's restaurant located on the corner of Gates Avenue and Broadway. And while I was in McDonald's, I spotted a second black woman who resembled my mother. This black woman was in McDonald's eating McDonald's products. And this particular McDonald's restaurant, which I mentioned on the corner of Gates Ave and Broadway, is not too far from the clock tower. The fourth dream comes from part 4, section 8, letter A, and its call name is S81AID. In the month of November 17th, 2009, I dreamt that I stood on the corner of Atlantic Avenue near the Atlantic Terminal and near the clock tower. And then I spotted 3 white small airplanes fly towards the clock tower. And I have a drawing of these airplanes that I've seen fly towards the clock tower. And this is my dream drawing of the 3 airplanes that I seen fly towards the Brooklyn clock tower. Okay. And well, that's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. Here is the fourth proof of evidence for section 9, letter C, and the first sign for S81AID, coming fulfillment, which was presented to me in the month of April 29th, 2010, when I stood upon the roof of my house here at Halsey Street, and I was observing the sky above me, and then I spotted a small, possible single-engine white airplane fly towards the clock tower. And the clock tower where I'm located here at the moment is down by the western part of the sky. Yes, I've seen one airplane, but prior to seeing this particular one airplane, I've been seeing same type of airplane fly down towards the clock tower. So it's, up to this point, been quite kind of like a normal thing to see from time to time, white single airplane flying around this house, over this house, or towards the clock tower. The fifth dream comes from part 4, section 8, letter P, and its call name is S82PLD. In the month of November 30th, 2009, I dreamt that I was standing on top of my stoop here at Halsey Street, Brooklyn, New York, and I looked up in the sky, and I spotted from where I'm standing at over there, which is the southern sky, I spotted the planet Saturn, and on the left side of Saturn, I spotted a bright, very bright star-like object in the sky. I knew the planet Saturn because I have what you call amateur history with astronomy. But this Saturn was very close, where I was able to see its ring. So I looked upon Saturn, and I was curious about the shining, bright star-like object, and a male voice behind me told me that that star like object is the planet Venus. And before I left this dream, the same male voice that mentioned the planet Venus to me mentioned the word conjunction. Here is the fifth proof of evidence for Section 9, letter C, and the first sign for S82P LTD, coming fulfillment, which was presented to me in the month of August 16, 2010, when I became aware of the conjunction of Venus, Saturn, and Mars. At this time, these three conjunction of planets were titled the triangles of planet. So I'm going to go to space.com and show a brief article about the triangles of planet, which actually was like a conjunction of planet. I just want to give you some brief history about my thoughts prior to discovering the triangles of planets. When I seen the planet Saturn, while I stood on top of the stoop, and the bright, shining star-like object, which was on the left of Saturn, I had no idea about their conjunction coming up. I had no idea that Mars would be involved with the conjunction. I had no idea that that Venus, from my vantage point, will be on the left side of Saturn. So let me go and show you a small article from space.com that mentioned the triangles of planets that I discovered in August 2010.